10. 10 years since HBO's 6 Feet Under has ended, and I'm here to talk about it and how it has changed my viewpoint on life. Okay, so I want to just make it clear, make my point that I have not, because I don't want to pretend, I want to make it clear that I have not been here from day one. I have not watched the first episode to the last. I'm not going to be one of those people that's like, oh my god, I've been here from the first episode to the last, so I'm the biggest fan. Yeah, I'm not going to be one of those people, because that's not the truth. Because the truth is, and it doesn't matter, but I didn't get on board on the 6 Feet Under train until very late. I didn't start watching it, and I didn't even hear of it until late 2013, early 2014, after I was done watching Dexter. And Michael C. Hall in Dexter was the original reason why I started watching 6 Feet Under, because I loved his performance as Dexter so much. So I saw if he was in anything else, because that's kind of how I am. I'm a shallow motherfucker when it comes to actors, movies and TV. If I like an actor, I'll see what they've been in, and I might watch it. Same with artists. If I like a few songs by them, I'll probably check out their whole discography. And if I like a movie or an actor, actress, check out their filmography, etc. But and I liked the concept of 6 Feet Under. I liked it because it was largely based around what I was thinking about at the time, and that was death and the fear of not existing. Not that I'm saying that's what happens after death, but I don't necessarily really believe in anything either. I just can't prove either one. But I just have no reason to believe that I exist after death. Everything that we are is in the brain. And when the physical brain dies, we die. Energy or not, our consciousness is what we are. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about the show, and so it took me a while. It took me a while to get reeled in, because up until that point, I only watched some regular typical dramas, I guess, like the typicals: Breaking Bad, Dexter, etc., etc. And I didn't really watch anything that was so fleshed out as this, like dramedies. I've seen a couple episodes of some dramedies in the past, but I didn't start watching a full series like 6 Feet Under until 6 Feet Under. So it took me a while to get used to the feel of the show. Like, I was thinking it was going to be intense, but it was intense in a different way. So it took me a while to get used to it, but once I did and fully realized the fully fleshed out, colorful characters, it was beautiful. It was great. The characters, colorful, they worked off each other beautifully. There were some things I could relate to, everything from, of course, death, losing a loved one, fear of losing a loved one, and David's dilemma of being gay. Not that I'm gay, but my sexual, my sexual orientation isn't like everybody else's. I'm not gay, but I'm not straight either. So I'll leave you to guess what I am. And I'm not bisexual, so yeah. Not that it really matters. Because pretty much everyone I know knows what I am. It's just I've never announced it to the general public, because I've never really cared to. Isn't that a bit narcissistic, don't you think, to think that everyone should give a shit? I don't really think anybody needs to know, or should know, or care. It shouldn't matter, I suppose, unless it's your family. Other than that, it's kind of narcissistic. And if I was to make a coming out video, I should have done it earlier this year. Did you see how many people were doing it? My god. I would have gotten so many views. But no, it's not really that important to me right now, because I don't want to make a big deal out of it, because it's not a big deal. I am who I am. Maybe I'll make a video about it later on, who the hell knows. Anyways, I was attracted to these concepts, and that reeled me in. The colorful characters, how they worked off of each other. And I don't want this video to be too long, but there's so much to talk about this show. It's brilliant. There's some shows that'll get you on the edge of your seat. There's some shows that'll make you pissed. But this one is pretty much a feels trip from episode 1 to the end. The feels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. That's how this show pretty much was to me, more than anything. And like I said, I don't want this to be a long video. My battery's dying too, so fuck. But there's so much to say about this show. But I do just want to say that this show was beautiful. It still is beautiful. It has one of the, if not the greatest finale of all time that just, it's worth it for the finale alone. Even if you don't watch the show, which you should watch the show, even if you don't watch the show, if you watch the finale, you'll get what I'm talking about. But don't watch it. Don't watch it unless you're going to watch the show, because seriously, it could seriously take away from it. But it's seriously just amazing. This show, in short, has taught me so much. I've learned to cope, or at least it's helped me cope with the idea of death, not existing, and losing others, and moving on, just living life, everything from moving out of your parents' house, to finding a job, to growing old, to retiring comfortably, to death. It has helped me see the bigger picture that I'm not going to be 20 forever. You're not going to be however you old forever. You're not going to be young forever. So we got to do what we want to do. Like Claire, she's an artist, so she's always struggling to do what she wants to do, similar to me. And so we're one and the same on that. And there's so much I want to say, but I fucking can't right now. It's depressing. But all I got to say is watch it. You can't stream it on Netflix, but you can order the DVDs. Because, HBO, they got their own streaming service going for them, so why would they stream it on Netflix? It's sad, but true. I haven't checked if you can watch it on Hulu or Amazon, but you might. No, you know what? No, probably not, because it's streaming. They got their own streaming service. So if you want to watch it, get the DVDs from Netflix if you have Netflix. And if not, I already know some people pirate it. I know, but there's nothing you can really do. So I'm not going to say shit. But anyways, it was a fantastic show. It still is a fantastic show. It holds up to this day. Everyone, it was beautiful. And it made me look at life so much clearer, and it made life so much more beautiful. That's all I really got to say about it. It is, I'm not saying it's not my favorite. I don't know if it's my favorite show. Maybe it is. I don't know. I can't really. Game of Thrones is always going to be my favorite show because of its connection with the books, and I love the books. So, but it is one of the most important shows to me. And hopefully, if you are in a sort of a depression, I do think this might help you. Not that I was in a depression, but I do think this show will help you. It'll give you plenty of lessons. It'll make you look at the bigger picture. It'll make you realize that life does go on. Hopefully everything works out in the end. Hopefully. But I just, like I said, that's all I really got to say right now in this short time frame. So I will see you guys later. And one other thing it has taught me is, of course, life is short. And I've got so much that I want to do, and so much I want to say, and so much I want to say on YouTube, but obviously I don't really know how to say it on YouTube. I can say it in real life flawlessly, whatever. I can say whatever I want, but whenever it comes to being on a camera, I always choke. I always get myself fucked over. Like, there's things right now that I've wanted to say, but I've probably forgotten about. And I'm going to regret uploading this later without saying it, but that's how I am. And I want to fix myself. So that's one thing that the show has now made me realize. Now that it's been 10 years, I've been thinking about 6 Feet Under again. It's made me think, shit, I got a lot to say. And I want to say it on YouTube. But I don't know how. And I need to know how. I mean, I know how, but on camera, I'm the most awkward son of a bitch you'll ever see. So, but I want to change that somehow. But, okay, that's it. That's all I really got to say right now. That's all I can say right now. If you can check it out, do it. It'll be worth it. It's a beautiful show. And have a good life for me.